my name is Emilie Phan, and I am the Virtual Materials Analyst of Under Armour, as well as the co-chair of the Lead Asian ERG.
Hi, my name is Danielle Loleng. I also work for Under Armour. My title is a Senior Digital Product Designer, and I'm also a co-chair for the Lead TRG.
Under Armour, what do you guys do?
Well, I work currently on the Map My Run app as a Senior Digital Product Designer.
And so Under Armour, as you might know, is a global sportswear company, and so we work, my team specifically works to recreate your garments, your tools in digital as true to life as possible.
So any advice I usually give to a budding entrepreneur is that really try and find a good team. You know, you can only do so much by yourself. And you only have that one specialty, so really find a team that specializes in all the needs that you have as a company, and then you can grow together.
The best advice that I received was probably to take up space. I think that's something that I struggled as a female Asian American, trying to, not get the limelight, not cause trouble, but in the workplace it's really good to make your mark, be known, be heard. Your opinions are valuable, so you should take up space.
So how did you take up space? I mean, I know that's the term that a lot of people use. Asians are more introverted, right? So how did you do that?
It takes time. It takes time because I would say that I very much come off as an introvert as well, but that practice, finding the people that you're comfortable with, who can be your champions, who can be your cheerleaders, really motivates you and gives you confidence to be able to take up space. So I'd say it does take practice, but it takes a network as well. It takes a family, it takes the support.
What motivates me the most is actually working as a co-chair on the Lead TRG. So Lead actually stands for Leading and Empowering Asian Development. So we do a lot of events for employees that identify in the Asian community at Under Armour. And I think that's what motivates me the most, really showing up for our community and trying to serve as an advocate for their voice. Being that we are in this co-chair position. So that's what motivates me the most, but also I think just the team around me is just so welcoming and inviting that you just want to do the best for those around you.
We've got a great cohort of leaders that help us, but we've also got a wonderful HR D&I team that just recently, kicking off AAPI month, has helped us with their network, with finances, with booking vendors to make one of the largest AAPI event that we've had at Under Armour history. And so we were able to not only show a screening of 38 at the Garden, but we were able to invite the director to come and have a panel discussion with 2 other Under Armour athletes. And so it was a really impactful, meaningful, really great event to kick off the month and really have some spotlight shone onto our Asian American teammates.
And I would add that Under Armour has a lot more TRGs, or ERGs as some may call it, and they really show up for every other ERG, especially when they have a month that really matters, like this month. A lot of our allies and a lot of leadership teammates that have other positions in the other TRGs really show up during our events and really support us with any questions or troubles we may have.
So for
Employee resource group.
And as Under Armour likes to say it, teammate resource group.
Right.
So
the thing that I'm most proud of is more broad. I think it's the message, the spotlight that we're able to provide to people that identify differently, who have their own uniqueness, and kind of amplify that uniqueness is wanted, is appreciated in all types of workplaces. I'd say we've been able to get to a point where I think a few years ago it was we don't see color, we don't see differences, we're all the same. But now a step further is that we celebrate differences, we celebrate race and all of our differences. And one kind of, what I like to say is, one allows you to survive, one allows you to thrive. So I'm really proud of that.
So the question is about accomplishment, right? I think for me, the greatest accomplishment is like bringing up people with me. So I've had the privilege of, getting a raise and like being in positions that, ask for recommendations and ask for, internships. So whenever those opportunities come up, I make sure that I go and tap, the diverse network that I have to make sure that we are actually going after the diverse cohort, going after diverse employees to reach this goal of diversity and inclusion. So I think that's what I'm most proud of. And just being here with Emilie, for sure.
Well, I understand you guys are new to AACC, right? Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
You're a part of other organizations. So if I was brand new, not knowing anything, just starting at Under Armour, and I wanted to go to these organizations, what would you say to me, like, should I join any Chamber of Commerce? What's in it for me?
So joining outside or internal? Sorry, can you hear
Either one. Like a Chamber of Commerce, like something like this.
Oh yeah. With organizations like this or any employee resource group, I think it's a great way to like automatically get a community, right? Especially in today's world when you're starting remotely or starting from different locations, that when you join, especially for me, an example, when I joined this group, I was able to find community and also find opportunity right away. So if you're looking to, at the very least, like grow your network and also expand in your successes in your career, I think like joining organizations like this is probably like the fastest way to do so.
One of the most important things is to realize that the work is never done. The momentum right now is wonderful, and I think in the media, in the world in general, this momentum is really great, but we don't want that to fizzle. We don't want that to be like, okay, check mark, it's done. There's still a lot of work to do. This isn't the best that we can be at yet, so continue to work, continue to put efforts towards it, put your money where your mouth is, all that.
To the point of putting money where your mouth is, I think, a lot of times businesses need to, put dollars. The point of a business is to make money. And like with these diversity efforts, I think we have proven that like if you tap into these communities, they will show up and they will buy your product. So if I was the CEO of Under Armour, I think I would do more of that. And I see that we are. So I think just increasing those efforts of putting the money where your mouth is and putting more investment in the community. For me, like tapping into smaller markets and smaller communities, I think you gain greater fandom, right? You gain that brand love, and that just continues to grow, right? So these local communities, if they love a specific brand, they will tell somebody else from another small community, and then just it tends to spread. So for me, it's all about brand love and spreading that brand fandom.
I'll also add that it's a great thing for market, right? Because if you think you understand everyone, you don't. So going out there, seeing these small markets, seeing these smaller groups, and understanding and asking them what they want to see in our products. One of the things that we do are lines called Moments That Matter. And so recently for our Lunar New Year line, we had expanded it to being Lunar New Year instead of just Chinese New Year. And the market margins that we improved on were the biggest we've had. So it shows that if you make things and for more people, and if you ask the people who you're targeting for feedback, it's going to have a great difference.